So it is Saturday, December 23rd. We're going to make some progress today. We got off work at 7 a.m. And we're just going to work all day. This is going to be the only day. Tomorrow we got to do Christmas stuff. And I'm going to be a Scrooge about that because I don't get to work on my truck. But Tuesday was the last day I got to come out here and work on anything at all. I took a wire wheel to all this. So that cleaned it up pretty good. It's still kind of pitted and nasty, but that's good enough because that's going to get a nice layer of Por 15. I think since I drilled all these holes out, some of them aren't all the way through. But I got new rockers on the way. I did get a notification. Apparently they'll be here today, but we'll see if that actually happens. But I'll weld them from the back so that way I don't have to grind off the front. And anyway, what I did Tuesday, I got a handful of things done. Not as much as I would have liked to. I got new nuts welded in, 3/8 by 16s. So they're the same as what was there. I guess that'll be good. Now this is solid enough I can mount some running boards off of. I don't remember if I did this Tuesday. That might have already been done. But I did do these two. I don't even remember. But I'll grind this off because I think that's where the rockers are going to mount. It's got wire wheel too. Ground that down at some point. I don't even remember if that was Tuesday or last weekend. These got new nuts. I took that piece out, so the rusty crappy one is out of there now. And then just a minute ago, I took a wire wheel to all of this. It's still kind of crusty up in there, but it's the same as this. It's just like bare metal, but old crusty bare metal. Anyway, yeah, there's this small rust hole. I think I'm just going to leave that alone. Honestly, it's not enough to worry about. Hope not. Anyway, so I'm going to, I cut the one out, like right in this area. So I'm going to measure. That's going to be the first thing I do today. Measure up the length of that floor from this edge to where it is up in there. Draw a line, cut it off, splice it in. Well, get it to where I like it. Then drill some holes through it so that way I can spot weld it. Drill the holes for those over here. And then once I get this thing fully prepped and ready to roll, I'm going to Por 15 this just for good measure. Then we'll make a plate, stick it over that, weld everything together, and then hopefully UPS or FedEx or whoever, hopefully UPS because that's where I work, drops off my packages of rockers and cab corners. I think that's the one that says it's going to come first. It came with cab corners, rockers. It came with these things too, so I'm not super worried about this side. But the other side, the back of this black cab, I'm definitely going to replace that one because it was 8 out. It was pretty rough shape, so we're going to do that. I think I've decided I'm going to drill these holes all the way through and then just weld it from the back so that way I don't have to deform my brand new rockers from the front. So I'll just clamp it and weld from the back. So I think it'll work out pretty good. All right, cool. So y'all saw all that. Got all this ready to go. I'm gonna Por 15 the inside of this. I just cleaned it with acetone and then the Por 15 prep stuff. This stuff needs 30-minute cure time, so it etches the metal, kind of turns it blue, so that's kind of cool. So I'll come back in 30 minutes. I haven't heard anybody deliver my rocker panels yet, but the radio's pretty loud, so. Anyway, yeah, we'll come back and we'll Por 15 this and we'll throw the rockers on when they get here. All right, so Santa just came to me in the form of a FedEx guy. This box looks a little rough, so hopefully my rockers don't look rough. Sweet. Look at that. Oh, that's slick. That is a slick boy there. Ordered all this from the same spot. So I wonder if they put, it looks like there is 4 rockers in here. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. So that is going to be everything. That's a left side one. Not going to use that one right now. 2 right sides, 2 left sides. All right, all right. That's the other right side. Heck yeah. All right. So let's check out these rockers. That's the right side that we're gonna need. All right, cool, man. Yeah, look at that. Slick, brand new pieces. Nice. This is nice. This makes me happy. All right. Well, let's go see the other updates that we got going on here. Turn the radio off. It was too loud and obnoxious. I got this Pour 15 in. That is done. It's been on there 30 minutes or so. I think it's probably still tacky. Yeah, it's definitely still tacky. So once that gets dry, I don't know how long that's going to take, but a while, I'm sure. It's only like 45, 50 degrees outside. I got the door open because I was waiting on the FedEx dude. The other thing I'm messing with, I'm just doing random piddly stuff, cleaning up the garage, and then I was like, you know what? I got a mirror that needs fixing. This is off the orange truck. When I got the orange truck, it only had the passenger side mirror. And so, it has the seal in it too. I got it taken apart right now. I got the arm support things off of it. That door has a mirror. It has this style of mirror with the big bubble thing on the back. And the one on the other side is different. So, that's what we're going to change. We're going to fix the mirror because the mirror was glued into this one and it fell out and it didn't bust, thankfully. It's sitting there on the dash. But we're going to take this out, stuff that mirror in that thing with the seal, and then put it on this support. So then we'll have a mirror over here and it'll match because this one's off of something else. But it'll be a different color. So it also won't match. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. In the meantime, so a few things I've noticed about these rockers. That one's bent. I don't guess that's a super big deal. I'll just put that one on the back, I guess, because I'm going to have to cut all that out right there anyway. This is the way I made that pillar. Which I guess, I don't know, it's probably not worth modifying what I've already done. I can just cut these. Should be fine. And where that's nice and straight down, I tack weld that to it. So I think that'll work out really nicely, honestly. And now that I'm looking at this, this section is in here already. May have to trim a nice little seam up through there, but you know, that probably will fill in pretty nicely. That makes me happy. These are beautiful. They're just sitting here right now. Neither one of them are fully on. This one's being held out by that one, so that's why it's got a big gap. But yeah, it goes in decently. It does need some working, I would say. But this is thinner gauge steel than what came off of this truck, and that worries me a little bit. So I'm going to pour 15 the back of these just the same. I'll have to put this area back in over there too, but where is that piece? It had a little bit of rust in this body line right there where it came down. I don't even know what I did with that. Here it is. So this cab corner, that was all the rust that it had. Those 2 little bitty holes. But then there's that area, which I could probably rob out of that cab. It's really rusty where the spot welds are joined, but none of it is a hole. So I wonder how that even got there, since those spot welds were not joined from where it makes this corner all the way up to where these holes are. So, but yeah, this is a solid piece of steel still. I'll probably use something out of it. But we are about to go out to eat, so this is going to have to wait till later. All right, I did not take any good videos today of actually working on stuff, but these are just clamped in. This one's drilled. It's pretty well ready to go in. And then what I've been working on is this transition right here. So it's kind of beat up right now, but I had to cut out a section there and add that in. And cut out some of this one, and obviously a bunch of this one. So when we get back later and I got some time, I'll come back through here and weld all this in, grind it nice and pretty. That's kind of wide. I think I'll use this piece that I cut out. That ought to work. I had to trim that out of this. And then I'll cut the top of this one to be flush, because it's taller than right there and that one. And then take it off, grind the backside, whatever I got to do to it, drill it, and I think it's ready to go on. These fit pretty close. I did notice that the cab corner does not fit very well at all. I don't have a clamp on this end, but I did have it all clamped up earlier. Anyway, yeah, here's the other thing. I put the old cab corner back on just for reference doing this, but the new one does not line up at all. And now this one, it's just, it doesn't like where it's at either. I think the way it seems to be, that new one, I can set it over the outside of this one and it fits perfectly. Like the contour is perfect. But I think they just like took a mold of this and then like formed their rockers based on that mold. So they're a hair bigger than, they're like the thickness of this metal bigger than they should be. So, and also that new one is like a lower gauge steel. This is at least 18 gauge.